Dave Rubin has COVID.
Yes, Dave has COVID, but don't worry, guys. It's not a big deal. The people that work for him, they don't even need to be vaccinated. And I mean, hey, we can all hang out at work too. Here's his complete downplaying of his COVID diagnosis.
So I do have COVID. That's right. We're doing a COVID show. I said to my guys last night, I said, guys, just FYI, I've got COVID. I'm not pressuring anyone to come into work. Is what it is. You know, I think at this point it's just like a little cold or a flu, but, you know, I want to be respectful of my guys. I don't force them to get vaccinated, and I don't force.
Like when a boss says, you know, it's not a big deal
it's
anymore.
Up to you.
Do what you want, but it's not a big deal. Yeah. There's an implication there.
I mean, it's like if you see like in a rom-com or a relationship trope where the girlfriend is like,
at my concert.
You can go out with your friends tonight. It's not a big deal. You can skip dinner with my parents. It's fine.
Be nice if you're there, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like if you were there, but I mean, you make the decision that's best for you. That's what that is.
And also, I control your salary and healthcare.
Yeah, that.
To come into work. Is what it is. You know, I think at this point it's just like a little cold or a flu, but, you know, I want to be respectful of my guys. I don't force them to get vaccinated, and I don't force them to be in a room with me if I have COVID. And to quote them directly, I wrote it down what you both said when I said, you know, if you want to come into work. Connor, you said, I laugh in the face of death. And Phoenix, you said, screw you, old man, which I thought was very, that's how much these people love coming to work. So we are in here. Clyde is in here with us today. And mostly, I'm just going to be spending, it's a beautiful day in Florida. It's about 75 and sunny. I'm going to be hanging out in the backyard. I'll hit the gym for a little bit, maybe do some swimming. I'll shoot some hoops. I'm going to survive. Oh, and more important than anything else, you don't have to worry about me. You really don't have to worry about me, folks. I'm unvaxxed. I'm unvaxxed. I'm unboosted. I'm pure blood. I'm good to go. I'm going to be okay. I'll drink some water.
You should not say that.
A little lemon in the tea. It's going to be all right. Everything's fine.
My blood is so pure. My race is so pure. Wait. It's just so silly too, because he says, I don't force them to get vaccinated, and I don't force them to come into work when I have COVID. Actually, dude, just by the nature of the fact that you employ them and pay them, there is coercion there inherently. So even if they're riffing on you in the group chat and making fun of you, oh, we're just bros here. Inherently, because you're their boss, it is a power dynamic that is on your side. So when you make just a suggestion and say it's up to you, it can never just be up to them.
If we believe his story, which I can only hope that some parts were embellished for the sake of television or whatever, YouTube, like then he gave his employees the option to stay home. They chose to not do that. Losers. I didn't really stick a cough in there, but you know, it is what it is. But then he says he's going to the gym. He's just going to go hang out in public places. And like COVID aside,
no, he has a gym he definitely has a gym in his house.
Well, okay, then fine. I mean, at the end of the day, like that's
or maybe
probably
not.
better.
I don't know either way. But
let's assume for the sake of the sake of argument that what he's encouraging is to you're sick, you go out and like still go play hoops, go to the gym, do a full swimming pool. At the end of the day, it's like. Whether it's COVID or the flu or any other airborne respiratory virus, like you shouldn't do that. Like that's not really nice. I hate to be that person where it's like maybe if you're sick, stay home. Like I know people say that at their workplace, but don't really mean it because of workload like he does. But it's like you don't have to go to the gym if you have like the flu or some other thing that's going to make you more contagious to people. I think this has gone from like, I don't personally want to get a vaccine. And I think this is the only place it could have gone to like, now I need to cough in people's face in public so that they can know how free they are and how free I am. And like, that's
it proves that when that happens, it proves, sorry to cut you off, Brandon, but it proves like that it validates them, right? That's why they get so triggered when people wear masks, is because it makes them feel in some deep level uncomfortable with the fact that they don't, because like it signifies to them that the virus is killing people still.
Oh yeah, I mean, half of their grievance is that like they are reminded that they could be being slightly more responsible, for the social health that we all share, obviously for our public spaces, by wearing a mask, or in this case, just not going out when they're sick. Generally speaking, they feel like it's like actively shaming them as opposed to like they passively feel some sort of guilt, and they don't like that. That's why like you still hear people saying about the mandates, the vaccines mandates, the mask mandates, the things that haven't existed in America for a very long time and only existed in pockets for like, at most like 3-4 months at a time. And now people are still like caught up on them because they feel like the specter of like, well, I'm still being shamed for not wearing a mask. And it's just like, grow up. Grow up. If you don't want to wear a mask, you don't have to, but certainly complaining that other people say that it's better than not to do that is like, not a real complaint. And, you just like all of this performance about like not wearing a mask, not staying home when you're sick, the right wingers, like the capitalist class, that's I have to say the hustle cucks have always been about like working till you're dead. But like, it's just become even more like stupid now that we've all seen the diagrams that are like, here's how particulate matter sprays out of your face when you're talking across the room from somebody. It seems a little silly to be like, I know I'm sick and I'm going out and, fuck anybody because I like the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I like the term, by the way, hustle cucks. I haven't heard that one before.
I think I made that one up actually myself. So feel free to put it out there.
All right, trademark it.
There's a lot of hustle cucks out there.
There are a lot of hustle cucks out there.
And they're also in the manosphere, hustling and cucking themselves.
There's like a 99% like concentration in any of Elon Musk's tweet mentions of just like hustle cucks, people begging to be put to work by him and you're without being paid. And you're like, damn, this country is in a real bad place.
Yeah, I think everyone who pays for Twitter Blue is basically signing up for a monthly supply of hustle cucking.
Yeah, exactly.